Big tech is really pushing this idea that in the future we're not going to own our gaming hardware. And instead of owning a PC and maybe even consoles, we would just stream everything from big data centers and pay monthly subscriptions for computing power. So, like, no PC, no console, just a screen and internet connection. Now, to some people on paper, that might sound convenient. I don't know who honestly would think that's convenient. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't own your hardware, you don't own your gaming experience. Your performance would solely rely on your Wi Fi connection. And there's so many reasons why this is such a bad idea, especially for the gamers. We could get games pulled from libraries, and we know how subscriptions work. The price could change at a moment's notice, and then suddenly your gaming hobby just becomes something that you rent instead of something that you own. We're already seeing this with cloud gaming services and things like GeForce Now, where you're basically renting access to a GPU in a data center instead of owning one yourself. And this service introduces session limits, paid tiers, and always online access. Nvidia is just one of the many big gaming and tech companies that's putting a huge focus on AI and data centers. Consumer GPUs just keep getting more expensive and marketed around features that most gamers didn't even ask for. So it kind of seems that they're going to start pushing everyday players towards renting computing power instead of owning it. And gamers are starting to wake up and realize that we already don't own a lot of our games. Like if you're buying games online or you have a subscription based service, now we're not going to own our hardware anymore. So as a gaming community, what can we do about it? First, support indie devs and smaller studios. They're the ones keeping gaming creative, not the big corporations that are trying to turn everything into a subscription service. Second, we have to stop the overconsumption cycle. You don't need to buy the newest and the best of everything, most especially if the games you're playing don't call for it. You don't need to buy every new console or every deluxe edition of a game. If you want to buy something later, it'll probably still be there. And third, vote with your dollars. Buy physical copies when you can, and choose platforms and studios that support ownership. And if you've been thinking about buying a PC, I know the prices are crazy, but now is a good time to do it. Invest in a rig that's going to support you for years to come and take good care of it. Owning your hardware means you get to control your gaming experience. No data centers, no session limits, and no always online requirements. At the end of the day, gaming should be something we own. That's how it's been for years. I don't know why they would think we would want to change that now. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Would you be open to renting computer power from a big data center if it means you got to play the games that you wanted? Or are you more inclined to own your hardware instead?